People are making millions of dollars selling on Amazon FBA, all from the comfort of their own homes without even having to store, ship, or carry any product inventory. Now, how is that possible, you may ask? And the answer is fulfillment by Amazon. Amazon launched its FBA program in 2006, but it only really got popular in the mid-2010s when people began to realize that they could sell products on Amazon without having to carry, pack, or ship any of their own inventory. Now, this makes me feel old, but when I was a teenager, selling on eBay is what existed back then before Amazon FBA, and that was way worse. Like you'd hear about people selling on eBay, you'd hear about people making some kind of passive income, but it wasn't really passive at all because to make a lot of money, you literally have to slave away in your garage, packing and repacking products. Now, Amazon FBA literally does all of that for you. And when I first heard about these people selling on eBay, that they were making money online, I myself was still only a teenager. I was simply too young to get started. I would have started, but I think I was probably 13 years old at the time. But by the time I became an adult, that's when I realized the power of passive income, how important it is to have passive income in your life. And so when I was about 20 years old, I looked back into the opportunities out there, making money online. And that's when I discovered Amazon FBA and I kind of rediscovered e-commerce, after I first discovered about eBay selling way back in the day. Now here's where it gets crazy. 3 months after I found out about Amazon FBA, I was making over $32,000 per month in revenue with my product. $32,000 a month, like that's crazy. Now that's in sales, but I took home over 45% profit net margin because my product was selling at $19.99 and I was sourcing it for less than $1.50 from my supplier in China. From that moment on, my entire life changed. Later that year, I actually made my first $1 million in e-commerce and I've since grown several e-commerce brands both on Amazon and Shopify. Today, I'm doing the same. I'm actively growing e-commerce brands that are valued in the millions. I'm selling both on Amazon FBA and Shopify. I have an amazing team, an amazing e-commerce company where we own these several brands and we also do coaching as well. And honestly, it's still really only the beginning for me. Like Jeff Bezos' quote, it's always day one. That's something that Jeff has always said in his company in Amazon. One of their biggest secrets of success is the fact that they treat every single day as if it's Amazon's first day. So I'm fully committed on the e-commerce opportunity. It's literally been my life for the past several years, basically consumed by it, and I love it. Honestly, it's amazing. The amount of good that e-commerce has brought to my life, specifically Amazon FBA, it's just crazy. I mean, you can look at my videos, you can look at my Instagram. A lot of people that have been following me for all these years, they've seen my evolution and they've seen not only my success, but my wealth and my happiness rise over all these years, going from a broke kid who was literally in $40,000 of college debt into becoming who I am today. I'm a young multimillionaire in my early 20s who is actively growing e-commerce brands, who has also started one of the greatest coaching companies for e-commerce as well. Nowadays there's so many temptations out there. Everybody's trying to learn how to make money online. Everybody's trying to look into Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, stocks, but nothing even comes close to e-commerce. And I'll show you why. The fact that you can literally start with as little as $1,000 to $2,000 and build that into a successful 6-7 figure business, like name me one other business that even comes close. You won't be able to. I actually challenge you. Name me one other business where you're able to actually start a successful 6-7 figure business starting with as little as $1,000 to $2,000. Now, of course, you might not succeed on your first try, but that's business, right? You're taking a risk and it might not work, but if you do succeed, then you'll have the business of your dreams. And I'm not some kind of a one-off success story. It's not just me that became successful with Amazon and then ventured out onto his own epic e-commerce journey, right? Like this has actually changed the lives of millions of people, and there are currently millions of Amazon sellers out there that are actually killing it. Just in my company, in Ecom Freedom, in our coaching company, we've had thousands of students succeed and build their own successful Amazon FBA businesses through our programs. Check it out.
Once I saw, your course, I decided to buy it.
So your first product was successful.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
In revenue, I think we said monthly, that was
Monthly about average 35,000 a month.
It took us about I'll say 6 or 8 months to start making about $2,000 to $3,000 sales. That was with our first line of products. Then I'll say it was another 6 months after that where we launched another line of products, which was really where we struck gold. So in December of 2020, we did about $115K in sales.
And the great thing about Amazon FBA is that this is something that anyone can do no matter where you're from, no matter if you're starting in the US, no matter if you're in Canada, no matter if you're in Europe, no matter if you're in Africa, Asia. It's an equal opportunity for everybody. And as I've said, there's no better opportunity. A lot of people ask me if I was starting a business from scratch today, what business would I start? And the answer, again, if it's not obvious enough, it's easily Amazon FBA. Now, I want to answer a couple questions and break down some common misconceptions around Amazon FBA, because likely if you're watching this, you're probably excited. You've probably been watching some Amazon FBA videos, but you probably have some questions and you're probably wondering, is this going to work for me? Is this too good to be true? Is this some kind of a get-rich-quick scheme? So I'm going to answer those right now. Dan, is it still worth it for me to start an Amazon FBA business? Is it oversaturated? Is it too competitive? And the answer is a big resounding no. No, it's not too competitive. The amount of new customers that are joining Amazon FBA every single day, and I'm talking about new people that are signing up for Amazon Prime accounts, far outpaces the number of new sellers joining the platform. So yes, even though Amazon FBA has grown in popularity ever since people on YouTube have started to talk about it, the amount of new customers, it's like this tidal wave that's just growing and growing and growing, and you can't stop it. Right now, it's estimated that about 10 to 15% of all retail spending is done online, so through e-commerce. That leaves the rest of the 85%, 85 to 90%. And obviously with the world situation going on, stores are closed. So, where are people going to go and buy their products? Obviously, they're going to go online. And so right now we are literally witnessing the biggest technological change in business that has ever happened. It's happening right before our eyes. And the amount of people that are getting rich and taking advantage of this opportunity right now to really change their lives, to really just make this amazing change, to achieve freedom, to achieve happiness, to build a business that they're proud of, that they're going to be able to pass on to their kids later on if they want, they're going to be able to sell for a cash windfall, is just insane. And over 22% of all Amazon sellers have reported earning over $1 million in sales. And the question is, why can't that be you? What makes you different? It's funny how I found out about Amazon FBA myself. I was actually just looking through YouTube. I was trying to find an opportunity to make money online, an opportunity to maybe like have a side hustle, make a few extra grand per month, and best case scenario, replace my 9-to-5 job that I absolutely hated where I worked at the bank. And I was scouring through YouTube until I found this one guy. I found this one guy on YouTube. This was back in 2017, and he was showing his Lamborghini. He was showing how successful he was, and he was talking about how he did it through Amazon FBA. Now, obviously, we've seen a lot of people with Lamborghinis flexing all these Ferraris and supercars, and a lot of them are not the straightest of people, very shady. But back then, when I saw this guy and he was just killing it, he just dropped out of school. He was also like a gym bro, and I saw myself in him because, I was also a gym bro. I have gym bros for life. So I was just like, wow, honestly, this guy is killing it. He just dropped out of school. He just bought himself a Lamborghini. Let's go. I'm doing this. And what really triggered that in me was the fact that I saw myself in him, and I said to myself, well, if he could do it, I could definitely do it. And so that's the switch that is going to allow you to succeed. Once you see somebody, maybe even myself, maybe, I'm inspiring you. I hope I am. I've definitely inspired millions of people on my channel, but you really have to have that shift. And once you realize that you can really change, you can do this as well, then you're unstoppable. I've heard that most people fail with Amazon FBA and these types of things. Is that going to happen to me? And the answer is yes, most people actually fail. And you might be shocked for me to say yes. I'm not saying that you're going to fail. I'm just saying that most people do fail. And let me tell you why. Imagine your local gym, right? How many people sign up at the gym every single day, especially, during the new year, the New Year's rush? How many of those people that sign up for the gym in the new year, how many of them actually get fit? Very, very little. A very, very little amount actually have any kind of transformation because it actually requires work and courage to go to the gym, continue to work overtime, going to the gym day in and day out, and really making that change happen for yourself. There was also no success with Amazon FBA. It's entirely up to you. And the reason why most people fail to start a business is because it's hard. It's not easy. Like, it's not meant to be easy or else everybody would be doing it, right? So this is also where having the right information comes along, since I share what's been working for me and my team in our e-commerce businesses, the ones that we're running, the ones that we're investing in. It's the right info from people that are actually in the trenches like myself, doing it every single day. By the way, quick note, if you want between 1 and 10K investment in your e-commerce brand, you can apply down below. You can apply to partner up with our Ecom Freedom VC, which is my venture capital firm where we invest in new e-commerce businesses. So if you want to partner up with myself, the best in the world, where we've grown several e-commerce businesses into the millions, then you can go ahead and click on the link down below. A lot of what you see on YouTube is just people copying and regurgitating information. And myself, I'm making videos on the topic of Amazon FBA and Shopify since as early as 2017. So most of what you see online, most of the people talking about e-commerce and online business, they're brand new. They have no idea what they're doing. And honestly, a lot of them, they're just copying each other. They're copying my stuff. Like if you type in Shopify, you type in Amazon, it's my videos that pop up on the first page. They have like almost the most views, probably the most views, right? And the final question that I get a lot with Amazon FBA, do I need a lot of money to start? And the answer is no, you don't need a lot of money. Honestly, I made a video on this exact topic on my channel. How much money does it take to start an Amazon FBA business? So you can check that out. Make sure you finish watching this video because I've actually got a very exciting interview coming up, a full interview with one of my good friends, Jeff. He's actually our COO at Ecom Freedom, and he runs about 45K a month on his Amazon FBA business. So that's coming up right now. All right, so I got Jeff on the video here. Jeff is 22 years old, killing it with Amazon FBA. Tell us, Jeff, what do you think about Amazon FBA? What do you think about this opportunity?
Amazon is a crazy thing to get involved with, and the sooner you kind of dip your feet in, the sooner you're gonna succeed with it. And like you say in a lot of your videos, you know, the amount of customers compared to the amount of sellers is it's very outweighed. So, you know, it's almost a no-brainer to kind of get in the game, and e-commerce is literally brand new. And like you said, this is literally the gold rush of this generation. So it's definitely a crazy time to be alive, crazy time to be in Amazon, crazy time to be in e-commerce.
So how much are you making now in revenue with your Amazon business? And how old are you?
So I'm 22 years old. I'm from Newfoundland, Canada. Currently, I'm making this past month, April, I think we did 41K USD, which is about 50 odd Canadian. With, you know, I got a couple more products on the boat now, and just basically trying to scale to the moon as quick as I can, right? So
Nice. So when did you get started?
So initially I got started in 2019, but my first product never actually landed at Amazon until late 2019. And, you know, that product did okay. But when I say okay, I'm talking like 5K USD a month, decent profit margins.
That was your first product?
Yeah, first product. And things really took off with the second product. I kind of found my niche and, you know, really got creative with it. And, you know, it's not a fact. It's not a matter of if I'll succeed now. It's, I know I'm taking it to the moon type thing. So,
well, you're already killing it, right? 45K a month. So 22 years old. That was when I started, 21 years old. And then I was 21, and that's when I hit 32. And then it's grown since then. So we're both similar in that way. Nice. So what do you have to say to somebody watching this video right now? They might be thinking, you know, somebody on YouTube, they're like, Amazon FBA, you know, I've heard about this. I don't know. Maybe this is a little like too good to be true. Passive income. You know, why? What do you think? What do you have to say to that person?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the only thing I'll say is, like I said, the sooner you get in, the sooner you'll realize the scalability to this kind of business model, right? Like, you know, took today off to like kind of do some moving and stuff, and you know, I checked my sales, and you know, I got 600 USD in profit made just on the day type thing. So it's and I quite literally didn't lift a finger, didn't even do one bit of work on my actual brand today. So it's truly passive income.
Do you have the app? Do you have the app on your phone?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Can you do it? Can you like do the refresh on the vid? That'd be huge. Yeah. Look, people, it's real. There you go. Jeff's there you go. 1,400 today. So, okay. Is Amazon FBA easy?
Like, it's the thing that I think most people kind of rush with Amazon FBA. All in all, it's once you figure it out, like A to Z, the steps that you need to launch a new product, you're just rinsing and repeating all the time. The hard part of Amazon and the hard part of e-commerce in general, and it's, you know, we all talk about it, and it's why everyone's so secretive. It's the product research, right? Like everything, you can do everything right and have a crap product and fail. You can also do everything wrong and have an absolute banger of a product and, you know, succeed. So it's crazy business model.
It's a good business model, but obviously there's drawbacks. Amazon can get annoying, right? But there are drawbacks to any business, I would say.
Yeah, like there's a lot of things you got. Like the thing is with Amazon is you're at the cusp of Amazon, Seller Central, and all that. It's a hassle to deal with. But you know, if you get an amazing brand going on Amazon, the full circle of this is, and you teach it all in both your courses, you know, the Shopify and the Amazon. It really does come full circle, because when you got a bang brand on Amazon, it's a no-brainer to adopt the Shopify model. You increase your revenue channels. You go from, you know, you can get Shopify, Amazon, Etsy, Wish, Walmart Plus. It's just the and it's so scalable, because the amount of products you can launch is crazy. And you know, the people don't really talk about it very much, but one of the biggest problems I find you'll run into once you really do try to scale is cash flow, and like doing those cash flow analysis and forecasting. It's one of those really important things, but that's a little bit more in depth.
Nice, solid. 22 years old, 45K a month, made over 1,400 today. Awesome. All right, so if you start Amazon FBA today, you're probably excited after watching Jeff's little interview that I did there. If you start Amazon FBA, how long will it take you to succeed? And the answer is it all depends. But if you're really looking for a number, if you want me to just kind of tell you an amount of time, because a lot of people, I sure did, I wanted to know how long it would take me to succeed, how long, until I would be able to live my dream life and really start making changes in my life where I could move to a warm place and not have to deal with the shitty winters in Toronto. I would say expect success to take about 3 to 6 months from starting to really get a solid Amazon FBA business up and running. And also, one thing to remember is that, when you got a product up and running, a successful product, like the way to actually make money on Amazon is by having units in stock, right? So you will run out of stock. It's inevitable. It's not a big deal. But when you run out of stock, you're going to have to order your second order of inventory. And then obviously, once you run out of stock of that one, third one, the ideal thing to do is to plan out your reorders so that you kind of reorder once a month or maybe twice a month so that you never are out of stock. But when you're just starting out, you might run out of stock after your first order, and that's totally fine. But my point is that, when you're in stock, you're going to be making money. When you're out of stock, obviously nobody can be made. But usually by the second or third reorder of your product, you have a good system going where the product is self-sustaining, and now all you have to do is maybe optimize your PPC, just answer customer feedback and things like that, and then you have that extra time to really do product research to add more products to your product line, right? To your brand. So it's not going to take long at all, 3 to 6 months. You might not succeed on your first product, but like for me, I succeeded on my third product, and you only have to win once. That's the main thing to remember. And the next question that I get a lot is, how risky is it starting Amazon FBA business? What if I lose all my money? Now, if you actually follow the right information, if you actually watch my videos, I've got the best videos on Amazon and Shopify and e-commerce on YouTube. If you join our courses, if you join Ecom Freedom, there's a free trial down below. The best course by far on Amazon FBA. We have world-class mentorship. We have an entire 100-hour course, fully updated. We have a box that gets shipped to your house with like a planners, notebooks, and also the entire obviously box set of the course. It's just crazy the amount of work put into that. But if you follow all that, all you have to do is take action. One of my favorite quotes, all your dreams lie on the other side of fear. And if you want to succeed, if you want to live a better life than other people, you have to take risks, right? Like everything is a risk. You go outside, it's a risk. You drive a car, it's a risk. Hell, life's a risk. So why not take the proper risks to really start something that can change your life so dramatically, like Jeff and like everybody else that you've seen here in this video. I know so many people that decided to live their entire life safely, and guess what? They're miserable, they have a crappy job, they have no money, they're in debt, and they don't have anything they want in their life because they just didn't take any risks. They always wanted to live kind of in comfort and in safety, and what happens is that essentially you get nothing. And one final question I get so much, Amazon or Shopify? Fantastic question. I was wondering the same thing when I was starting out. Both are great, but if I was choosing one, I'd definitely start with Amazon FBA for sure, just like Jeff, simply because you don't have to learn so many extra things you have to learn for Shopify. Like you don't have to figure out how to create a nice looking website. You don't have to learn Facebook ads. There's a whole beast in and of itself, right? So that's why Amazon, you just kind of do product research, you follow the steps, it's a formula, get that thing up and running, and you are good. Look, I know how you're feeling right now. You're motivated, you're excited, you might be even a little bit scared, but that's normal. Like I said, life is all about embracing risk. And if there's no risk, there's no reward. Imagine where you'd be today if you started 1 year ago. Imagine. I started 4 years ago, and today I'm living the life of my dreams. I love what I do. I make tremendous amounts of money. Last year, all my businesses together, we did about 5 million revenue, which is fantastic. Like it's just amazing. And really this year we're looking to do much more. So super excited about that. Jeff started about 2 years ago. Andrew started about 2 years ago. MJ and Taylor started 1 year ago. And all these guys, all these people, they joined Ecom Freedom, my course. They learned step by step. They built successful FBA businesses. You can get a free trial for that down below. You'll learn every single step in building a successful long-term Amazon FBA business and brand. I teach the brand strategy, the strategy that's the best and that's the only one that really works to build a successful business that you can grow and later even sell, potentially even at a multi-million-dollar valuation from anywhere in the world, anywhere. And that's actually what the goal is with our Ecom Freedom VC as well. Like I said, if you want 1 to 10K investment, make sure you apply. We still have spots open. And you'll also find a special offer down there to help you a little bit with joining the Ecom Freedom course. So not only do you get the 7-day free